And hello, everyone. NW Order for Life here with Seven Deadly Sins, Episode 3 review. Episode starts off in a forest. Meliodas, Elizabeth, and Hawk are walking through this foggy forest. All of a sudden, the pigs start multiplying, and they hear voices like, "You can't pass." Then all of a sudden, Elizabeth starts multiplying, and when it came to Hawk, the pig, Meliodas just like knew which pigs weren't the real one, and he beat them up. When it came to Elizabeth, he made them do like a couple of like motions, like put your hand on your cheek and your other hand up and things like that. And then he made them jump, but the real Elizabeth couldn't jump because Meliodas had taken her underwear before while they were walking. Yes, Meliodas literally was feeling Elizabeth's butt up, and it was kind of funny because he was like, she was like, "Ah, something's touching my butt," and he's like, "Oh, it was just me," and she's like, "Oh, thank goodness," and the pig's like, "What's good about that?" Like, so the comedy there again, really weird, not seen in most anime like that. And when she found out that Meliodas took her underwear, because she was like trying to figure out where it was, if she left it, if she didn't put it on, and she was mad at him for that. So Elizabeth's not that stupid, not that innocent, where she doesn't know that it's perverted where he took her underwear. But yeah, he did it, and he has no qualms about it. He's calm, rational. He's like, yeah, here you go, it's your underwear back. So he made the fake girls, the fake Elizabeths, all jump, but she couldn't because she didn't want to expose herself without an underwear. And then he sliced up the fake ones, and which revealed that these are like little imps, and these imps can transform into people, and they all run away, and they go run to Dianne, this giant, this giant woman of the seven deadly sins, the sin of envy. And Dianne is tries to eat Hawk because she's like sleepy and she just wants food, and she's kind of hearing what the imps saying, like, "Please, Dianne, like wake up, like we couldn't protect you from invaders." And she thinks like it's the Holy Knights because they're saying Holy Knights because Meliodas has the strength like a Holy Knight. And she tries to eat Hawk, and it's kind of funny, but when she grabs Meliodas and looks at him, she realizes that it's her captain, and she gets all emotional, and she says she misses him. And then she sees Elizabeth, and she gets all pissed off, thinking that the captain is, excuse me, in some kind of relationship with him. And so Meliodas gets hit a little bit, and Dianne just goes on a rampage, like smashing the ground and crying and stuff. And then when she finally gets over it, Meliodas, says like, "Look, we're not in a relationship either, you and I." And Dianne gets upset, but ultimately Dianne agrees to join Elizabeth and Hawk and Meliodas. And after that, all of a sudden, lightning comes from the sky and imprisons them, and they can't really move. They like almost like if you watch like Dragon Ball Z with Goten and Trunks when they have the rings around them. I'm sure other anime have done it too, but it's like lightning energy and rings around Saint Seiya, Hyoga. He had the ice rings, and so they're trapped and they can't really move. And Gilthunder comes out, and Gilthunder, I think previously in the episode we saw a little bit of him walking through the village. He was searching for Meliodas, and he finds him, and he says that he's been looking for the traitors, and he sees Elizabeth, and he says that the kingdom's priority should be protecting Elizabeth, but he doesn't care. All he wants to do is get rid of the seven deadly sins. He lets Elizabeth go, and she goes off. And then after that, we see a flashback. Meliodas is telling Gilthunder what happened because he's telling Elizabeth too, and basically Meliodas and the seven deadly sins walked into what they thought was going to be the king, giving them like a talk down, like for like an action they committed on a mission or something. And they see the Gilthunder's father, the legendary Holy Knight Zeltras, I think his name is. I forget what his name was, but he's hung up with swords impaled in him, and he looks really bad, and he's dead. I mean, obviously. And then they look outside the window, and there's all these like armies of knights, like surrounding the castle. And then Meliodas says he lost consciousness somehow. He doesn't really remember how. And then when he woke up, he was with the pig Hawk, like in a hole somewhere. So he doesn't know what happened, what went on. And Gilthunder's like, that's lies. I don't believe it. You know, I don't care what you say. Blah blah. But Gilthunder is very calm, very serious. And he and Meliodas start fighting because Meliodas breaks out of the lightning thing, no problem. So does Dianne. They just break it, no problem. And he's fighting with Gilthunder, and then Gilthunder is doing good, and he's doing good. They're pretty much on par. And then like all of a sudden, Gilthunder gets behind him, and he's like acting really serious, like, "Oh, I told you, I'm better than you." And Meliodas is acting like that he's injured, that he got cut, like, and it's all it's a bad thing. But then we see the epilogue of the episode, and Meliodas pretty much gets Gilthunder to tell him where the other two seven deadly sins are. At least, Gilthunder knows one is locked in a prison, and the other one is supposedly dead in the town of the dead or something. So Meliodas gets up, and he's like, "Oh, thanks," and surprised he wasn't really hurt, and Gilthunder still has a blank expression on his face. So obviously the fight will continue in the next episode. And also one thing I forgot to mention was Elizabeth seems to really like Gilthunder in terms of like thinking he's a really pure holy knight who served her father, and she's very shocked that she didn't think he could do what was done to the village in the previous episode with the sword and the stopping the water and the spear going to destroy it. She thought for sure that he wasn't behind that. So she respects and admires him, and she's kind of shocked by the whole thing. And Meliodas also revealed that he knew Gilthunder, as a little kid, called him Little Gil, and he's kind of just teasing him as Little Gil the whole fight when they're fighting. So that's the episode. I thought it was really good. It was funny with the comedy. I kind of just I get a laugh out of everything that happens with Meliodas and Elizabeth, and I guess that's the intent. Like, not to think of it as it's so perverted, as it's just really funny, just the way it's so nonchalantly handled, and like I also thought the thing with Hawk with the roasting of the pig was kind of got a chuckle out of me, and the fighting with Gilthunder was good. I mean, Gilthunder is an impressive character. Looks like he's not going to be, and I've read the manga, but I don't really remember too much about it. So, because it's like one of those things where I read in like one sitting, and I don't really, remember stuff. So it's pretty much going to be all new to me as I watch this. But Gilthunder, he's looks like he's, like just a character that's either misunderstood or a character that wants to, fight for justice or get revenge justice. He's being misled, or he's just stubborn, So it should be interesting to see what his fight with Meliodas will be like next episode, and to see what kind of character he's going to become overall. And yeah, and so I'm going to give this episode an 8 out of 10. Good fighting, good comedy, and basically fast pace. If the episode felt like it went by at a quick pace and that it wasn't dragging on. And I like the scenery with the forest and the mist and all stuff like that. So yeah, good episode for me. Can't wait for the next one. So thank you for watching this review of Seven Deadly Sins Episode 3. Please comment below if you'd like anything about the characters, you want to talk anything about the story. And give me a thumbs up if you'd like. I'd appreciate that. And also subscribe for more of my videos in the future on Seven Deadly Sins and all other anime and possibly some games too. Thanks, and have a great night.